Mr. Daybell has pled not guilty to these charges.
At the Ada County Courthouse in downtown Boise, day one of jury selection in the trial of Chad Daybell.
A proposed concrete batch plant has Nampa neighbors on edge.
So the minute this belt feeds into that barrel, the clock starts. And at that moment, you got under 2 hours.
I'm your Nampa neighborhood reporter, Keith Burrell, and the company behind that project reached out to me to give me an exclusive tour of an existing batch plant.
I'm Chief Meteorologist Scott Rovell. Mild weather is finally moving back in, but it may not last for long. I'll explain the changing details in the forecast.
The defendant, Chad Guy Daybell, has been charged in the amended indictment with certain counts of entering into a conspiracy with Lori Vallow Daybell and/or Alex Cox.
April 1st, the day is here. Jury selection marks the official start of the trial of Chad Daybell. Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight on Idaho News 6, where we've got more reporters in your neighborhoods to bring you the news that matters most to you. I'm senior reporter Don Nelson. We've been down at the Ada County Courthouse all day watching as prospective jurors trickle in groups of 16. It's a story our team of neighborhood reporters has been following for you, along with our partners at Scripps News and Court TV since 2019, when two Idaho children, J.J. Vallow and Tylee Ryan, were reported missing. Here's a look at day one. Day one of jury selection for the state of Idaho versus Chad Daybell is in the books. I sat a couple of rows behind Daybell as he sat almost motionless as Judge Stephen Boyce ran through the instructions for the prospective jurors. They brought in 16 people to answer specific questions about the case in order to get to 12 jurors and 6 alternates for the trial that's expected to last 8 to 10 weeks.
Mr. Daybell has pled not guilty to these charges.
The group of 16 was then taken to a separate room so the judge could invite each one back in to individually answer questions for the prosecution and defense. The questions surrounded bias and hardships. Bias surrounding any pretrial media reports that each member has seen, or whether or not that would have any influence on their decision making. Hardships was broken down to financial hardships, meaning would they lose revenue or even their jobs if they committed to a long trial. The other hardship dealt with pre-booked trips for either vacations or graduations.
If there are some people here who say Mr. Daybell is absolutely innocent, that's your position. If people feel that Mr. Daybell is absolutely guilty, that's your position. If you really haven't made up your mind, that's your position.
You must only consider the evidence against the defendant in this case and should not speculate as to any other case or legal proceedings involving the alleged co-conspirators. You must remember that the defendant has the presumption of innocence, and you must consider his guilt or innocence based solely on the evidence provided in this case.
Both Madison County Prosecutor Rob Wood and defense attorney John Pryor emphasized how important it is to be brutally honest. Pryor asked what he called was an unusual question: is there anybody who just doesn't want to be here? No one raised their hands, but some expressed concerns over those hardships. 9 of the 16 made it to the next round. Another group of 16 will be called in. Let's take a look at how we got here. It's a complicated case with a lot of characters and a timeline spanning several years. Victims 17-year-old Tylee Ryan and 7-year-old Joshua J.J. Vallow were reported missing in September of 2019. Then in 2020 in Hawaii, police there arrested 47-year-old Lori Vallow Daybell, Chad Daybell's wife, for failing to comply with a court order out of Madison County to produce her children. The children's deaths weren't confirmed until June of 2020. On June 9th, a search warrant served at Chad Daybell's Salem property turned up 2 bodies burned at the family's pet cemetery, which were quickly confirmed to be JJ and Tylee. Chad was arrested and initially charged with concealing evidence, but by the following May, a grand jury officially indicted the couple on murder charges. After the kids were reported missing, suspicions were raised during the death of Chad Daybell's former wife, Tammy Daybell. Tammy Daybell died in her home in October of 2019, just weeks before Chad and Lori married. Prosecutors allege Chad increased her life insurance policy to a maximum amount a month earlier. Her death was initially ruled to be from natural causes, but police later exhumed her body for an autopsy after investigators deemed her death suspicious. The pair was initially slated to stand trial together in Ada County in January of 2023, though the cases were ultimately severed after Chad waived his right to a speedy trial. That last summer, Lori Vallow was found guilty on all counts, including 2 counts of first-degree murder and conspiracy to commit first-degree murder. Following Vallow's guilty verdict, she was extradited to Arizona on charges related to the death of her 4th husband, Charles Vallow, and the attempted murder of her ex-niece's husband, Brandon Bedreau. Police believe Vallow Daybell conspired with her now deceased brother, Alex Cox, to kill the 2 men. Idaho News 6 has been following this case from the very beginning, and as the trial proceeds, we'll bring you up-to-the-minute updates and analysis from our partners at Court TV as well as East Idaho News. Follow our coverage on air and online at idahonews6.com.
Scott Dorval with your Idaho News 6 forecast.
Good evening, everyone. The sun is shining brightly right now. Take a look at our view from our canyon cam, looking out right over the canyon here, over the Prime Bridge, and you see those beautiful blue skies. The breeze has been up and starting to settle down now. The airport only 4 miles an hour, 58 degrees, turning out to be a pretty nice afternoon and nice evening. If you have any outdoor plans, no rain in the forecast, no snow like we had yesterday. Burley, just north of Burley, 3.4 inches of snow being reported, and some good snows at Pomerelle and points to the east again during the day yesterday. Milder weather coming in from the west. It's 60 Mountain Home, only 51 in Burley, and that milder weather will be noticed tomorrow. We've got a real nice day coming in for the day tomorrow. As you see this ridge of high pressure, this is a sign of mild air aloft. All of this is sliding in our direction, so the breezy, cooler weather exits. In comes some amazing weather. Clear skies and still chilly overnight at 34 for Twin Falls. Coming up for the day tomorrow, I do expect that sunshine from start to finish. Bright sunshine, and by noon 56, 66 in the afternoon. Enjoy an amazing day and a beautiful bluebird day in Sun Valley as well. In town, high temperature of 57. My extended forecast is coming up.
A proposed concrete batch plant for this plot of land just south of the Nampa Airport runway has caused serious concerns for neighbors and airport users. I'm your Nampa neighborhood reporter Keith Burrell, and this is a story I've been following for you for months. The project is proposed by a company named Sunrock, and they reached out to me to give me an exclusive tour of one of their existing facilities so I could see firsthand what happens inside.
As we have a powder truck that is delivering cement.
Imported cement is loaded into an enclosed silo for step number 1 at this concrete batch plant off of Highway 2026 in Caldwell. For months, Nampa residents have been at odds with the Sunrock Company's plans to build a concrete batch plant in Nampa just south of the airport. I showed some residents footage from my visit to Caldwell's batch plant. After having seen this, what is the primary concern now?
Roads.
The roads.
Yeah, the traffic.
Concrete batch plants combine cement powder, sand, gravel, and water. The sand and gravel are washed before arriving at the batch plant site. Sand and gravel take a conveyor belt excursion to be weighed and combined with the cement powder and water in a mixer, officially becoming concrete.
The dirtiest step is the transfer of pre-mixed, ready-mixed concrete from that barrel into the truck.
Returning rigs receive a wash, and the extra sand and gravel are separated back out and washed to use again. The potential Nampa site would use a new technology to separate the materials out while reducing water waste in a smaller space.
The Nampa site, knowing its size, a filter press is going to instantaneously separate, and squeeze the water out from the solids.
The potential site would create a new source and destination for Sunrock vehicles, but those mixers would be traveling fewer miles. Would there be a way in your mind, if the planning and zoning were to put in traffic mitigation measures that that Sunrock would have to pay for to improve the roads out, perhaps widen, I don't know, they can add anything they want into. Would there be anything in that way that you guys would find acceptable?
No, I don't know. They'll be taking people's land away.
Sunrock is still appealing the city's decision to deny their second conditional use permit after their first conditional use permit was revoked. And that will be heard by City Council sometime in May. From Nampa, I'm your Nampa neighborhood reporter Keith Burrell for Idaho News 6.
I'm Chief Meteorologist Scott Dorval. After snow yesterday in parts of the eastern Magic Valley, the milder weather is moving on in, but it may not last for long. I'll talk about changes as we're heading through the week into the weekend.